The official Season 5 trailer reveal for Gambit has just come out for Marvel Rivals in Season 5. He is a strategist. I've never been more excited for anything in my life. We're going to be going through all of his abilities today, showing you what he can do, what he can't do. I'm telling you, Gambit is going to be one of the best supports on the roster. He has the kit needed. Let's get into it. So Gambit has quite a few abilities here, including a team up with Magneto. So we're going to go through them all today, and we'll give you a general idea of how they work. For Gambit's base attack, we can see him and what he's doing here. He heals, he has decent damage, so let's break it down. He has 21 cards that he can throw, and that's just his general ammo count. When he hits his teammate, he'll heal, and he's able to do damage to enemies with him, and he throws them kind of in an arc. As a defensive ability, he has his ground slam with his staff. When he presses it, he'll heal everyone around him and deal sizable damage. 63 health for him and his teammates. In this next clip, we see multiple of Gambit's abilities be showcased, starting off with a very interesting one, which is his dash. So when he dash, he can go up any direction, and it takes one of 2 charges with his shift. Next is one of his card abilities. So it uses one of his resources, but he uses the flush option, which seems to heal. It'll chain between friendlies, and it'll do a pretty sizable amount of healing, even though you've just targeted one person. The remainder of the clip kind of shows off the use of the abilities we've seen so far. Once your teammates are healed, you move in, you deal damage, you use that ground slam to heal your friendlies and deal damage in that team fight, and overall continue that strategist aspect to really help the team. So far we've seen a really fun hero who can heal, deal damage, really help out in the team fight. I mean, it's not like there's going to be some random ability that completely changes the meta, right? There it is. Gambit has the ability to cancel any enemy stun in the game, including Strange's ultimate. To break down what actually the ability does, Gambit sees what's going on here. He already has his flush or raise choice open. When he does that, he uses his dash to get close, then uses raise to break the stun. He then heals his teammates while doing this, canceling the ult. In our second to final section here, we kind of see what Gambit's like in a more combat-based team fight. So his combat ability here, when he uses his dash, then he uses his F ability in the combat mode to push enemies back and continue to damage them while moving forward, comboing with the ground slam. Really shows his competitive and combative viability in team fights. So we also see those that he seems to have 2 modes, his heart mode, which is healing, and his spade mode, which is damage. On this clip, we actually see a very long-range attack from Gambit. He's able to help the team fight from a distance, doing large area damage, and then knocking them back. Extremely exciting for a strategist. So overall, it does seem like he has a lot of damage capability. I know I kind of already talked about it, but with range, with a damage mode, it seems he's a lot more complex than I would originally think he would be. So while people were kind of disappointed he's not a DPS, he still has those damage options. He's able to knock back, he's able to have range, he's able to participate in those team fights while also doing healing at the same time. So I would really look into playing him more as a mix or a third support as well. Very quickly, I would like to talk about the new team up between Gambit and Magneto. Magneto, when activating his new ability, will now change his primary attack. It now becomes a projectile sword that, when launched, will do a large AoE explosive and, after a small time, do a second hit. And last up, what we've all been waiting for, let's check out the ultimate. Alright, so first up, let's talk about how he selects it. So when Gambit activates the ultimate, you can see that he has to confirm and visually see what allies are actually going to get this buff. When Gambit actually does select, we can see each person is cleansed like they are for the ult cancels, and they're all given buffs. Punisher here is able to jump higher, deals more kinetic damage. As you can see, he kind of gets an explosive here. Everyone gets increased healing, gradual healing. Overall, it seems to be a very buff-heavy ultimate. Now, interestingly, we don't actually see any buffs for Gambit himself. His recharges seem to be the same, his abilities seem to be the same, so it seems he doesn't get anything directly. And so yeah, that's Gambit. I'm really excited for him. I like him. He seems really, really good. Like very, very strong. I'm really interested to see what they do with him, how that team up actually plays out with Magneto, how competitively viable he'll be. I think he'll definitely be one of those heroes that when you do your abilities at the right time, you'll be one of the strongest in the game. I'm very interested with the resource cost. It doesn't actually seem that bad. It doesn't seem really resource intensive, judging by the recharge rate and all that. Visually, of course, he just looks fun. Like, I love the design. I love how they've incorporated Gambit himself. I love this mix of damage and heal, and actually the real strategist aspect, right? Like, I don't think we've gotten a true strategist really since Loki. So the idea of actually having a strategist who plays smart, who plays around things, is super, super interesting and just straight up cool. I really like strategist being strategist. There's a reason it's not called support. There's a reason it's called strategist. So having your abilities be more of a not, I mean, of course, having the healing, but having that option, having those understandings of like what you're doing, why you're doing it, canceling enemies, play counterplay. Unfortunately, I think he's just going to be banned into oblivion. I don't think we'll be able to play him very, very much, but when we do, I think he'll be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got a pretty decent idea of how Gambit works, what he does, why I'm really excited about him, why you should be too, and I'll, of course, make a video full on how to play once I get my hands on it myself later on this week. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I always appreciate it, and have a good day. Cajun style.